June 21st, 2014, from the Joint at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. It was the World Series of Fighting 10. And in the first match of the main card, we had Lance Palmer versus Nick LoBosco. Coming into this fight, both fighters weighed 145 as they're two featherweights. And Lance Palmer's 5'6", and LoBosco's 5'10". So LoBosco had a 4-inch advantage on Palmer, but that didn't matter as Lance Palmer just dominated this fight. He beat the crap out of Nick LoBosco. He got him down on the ground, and he just beat him and beat him and beat him. He just punched him over and over in the head, left, right, left, right, left, right. Herb Dean wouldn't call the fight. Why wouldn't he call the fight? He just let LoBosco just sit there and take the punishment. Palmer's looking at Herb Dean. He's like, are you going to call the fight? How much do I have to punch this guy? He just kept punching him over and over. He's trying to cover up. He couldn't do anything. He had him down. And then eventually, with less than a minute left in the first round, he gets him with a rear naked choke. And that was it. Lance Palmer gets the victory in the first round by utter domination here at the World Series of Fighting. This is a dominant performance here, getting the victory. Lance Palmer setting things off on NBC Sports for World Series of Fighting 10 in Las Vegas. But on the main card in the second fight on NBC Sports, we had Tyson Griffin versus Luiz Firmino. And coming into this fight, both fighters weighed 155 pounds as they're both lightweights. And Tyson Griffin is 5'6", and Firmino is 5'8", so we had 2 inches on Griffin coming into this fight. This was a tightly contested battle. It went the distance, all 3 rounds, as neither fighter would give an inch. But Firmino, though, he was definitely taking it to Griffin, as he had him down on the ground. He was grounding him, pounding him, trying to get him to submit, but Griffin would not submit. It went the distance. Firmino punished him, and by unanimous decisions, the judge decided in favor of Luiz Firmino, as he won this bout by decision unanimously here at World Series of Fighting 10. And the third fight of the night, we had the Women's Strawweight Championship between Jessica Aguilar and Emi Fujino. And both these women are a $115. Well, Aguilar's a $115, and technically Fujino is 114. Gotta give her that one less pound. And she's 1 less inch at 5'3" to Aguilar's 5'4". This fight went the distance. Both women showed how tough they are. Fujino was taking a beating from Aguilar, and it was a unanimous decision in favor of Jessica Aguilar as she wins the Women's Strawweight Championship here at World Series of Fighting 10. And in the fourth fight of the night, we had Georgi Karakhanyan versus Rick Glenn. Both these fighters are a $145 as they're both featherweights. And Georgi's 5'8", and Rick Glenn is 6 foot tall. This fight didn't last too long. It only lasted 2 rounds as Rick Glenn gets the victory with a TKO as Georgi Karakhanyan, however you say his name, I know I butchered it, but he couldn't come out for the 3rd round as he got butchered by Rick Glenn. And Rick Glenn gets the victory here, and he is the featherweight champion now of the WSOF. So Rick Glenn wins the featherweight championship with a TKO in 2 rounds. And the main event was Dave Branch versus Jesse Taylor for the middleweight championship. And both these fighters are 6'1" and a $185. And this fight didn't last long, as it was over in the first round as Dave Branch chokes out Jesse Taylor with the dark choke. It's his signature submission hold, where he takes his forearm and then he leverages it and chokes him out, kind of like a front face forearm chokehold that he calls the dark choke. And Dave Branch wins the World Series of Fighting Middleweight Championship as he becomes the first ever WSOF Middleweight Champion. So Dave Branch makes history in Las Vegas at World Series of Fighting 10, and he did it in dominating fashion.